This is Marek Fuchs here today to talk to you about what happened in healthcare stocks in the financial market at large last week, and more importantly to try to puzzle out what might be happening in both in the coming week. Now, the big ticket item obviously last week was that the Fed embraced the so-called QE3 or quantitative easing, saying that they were going to stick with it until the end of time or until the economy turns around, whichever comes first. Now, QE, or quantitative easing, is this quirky monetary policy based on the concept, or hope, or hype, that if the Fed takes newly created money and buys up securities, well, eventually the economy will turn around. And traders last week greeted it, once again, like it'll be a balm for all that ails the economy. Others, and you can include me here, think it's more a bomb, not B-A-L-M, but B-O-M-B. And we'll point to the fact that, 3 years into a so-called turnaround, well, they're still doing it to no results. And perhaps because of this, we need to be a little bit wary of traders greeting the news of more quantitative easing with flowers and chocolates. And obviously, meanwhile, there was tons of trouble in the Middle East, and oil shot up above $100 a barrel, which obviously is no good for the economy and causes more uncertainty with the presidential election. The market, more than Democrats, more than Republicans, likes stability. It likes to know what's going to happen. And a close race that could go either way is a little bit disruptive, to be certain. On the positive side, traders at least really like the iPhone 5. We'll remain to see whether consumers do, but traders push the stock up to 700 and almost beyond. Also, Morgan Stanley really trumpeted healthcare stocks, saying it is the best sector to be in. And that might very well be so, especially with all these economic difficulties. Obviously, healthcare is a bit more recession-proof than, say, restaurants. Also, United Healthcare, the insurer, will be added to the Dow, which means that more institutions will be able to own it. And it's often a small, help and aid towards stability slightly for a stock. Anyhow, look, in the week ahead, we have a couple things going on. Main thing you have to realize is the first couple of weeks are going to be a little bit quiet with the Rosh Hashanah holidays. This means that any news that comes out in a thinly traded market, as the market probably will be on Monday and Tuesday, might have outsized impact. Also, any stock movement, up or down, might not last once more traders get back on Wednesday and the market returns to more regular volume. Also, look for earnings on Thursday of Oracle. Obviously, besides the healthcare sector, which has been strong, technology has been very strong. But Oracle is slightly troubled. It's hard to be, and you'll have to forgive me here, an oracle on Oracle, because their fourth quarter report was so strange. First of all, they pushed it out early. And the reason for it was a little sketchy. It was very untraditional, and it seems like they wanted to use it as a tool of distraction because a big sales official left the company. Now, it remains to be seen what sort of long-term impact that will have. And though they certainly hit their numbers in the fourth quarter, they kind of talked down this first quarter. And obviously, a lot of change is afoot in the PC business and also on the service side of their business. It's more economically sensitive. So Oracle is something to look for and something the market will react to. General Mills, too, on the consumer goods side will have an impact. Now, beyond that, we're going to, each week just take a look ahead at a couple of drugs that are expected to be up for approval by the end of the year. And this week we'll mention United Therapeutics oral Remeron for hypertension and Astellas MDU 3100 for prostate cancer. Outside of that, hey, listen, if you disagree with me, and you obviously won't, but if you happen to, always feel free to reach me on Twitter. My address is on the site, and it's also at MarekFuchs. Also, obviously, feel free to tweet me any and all questions there. I'll be certain to get back to you. Have a happy, healthy, and profitable week.